On Harambee Stars campaign that has gotten off to a sour start. Let's go to Ziti Jimo on the scoreboard just to give us a clear picture on how the CAF AFCON qualifiers went down across the continent. Zito?
Thank you so much, Swila. Of course, a heated conversation there about the AFCON qualifiers and about the Harambee Stars team. And again, I will just take you to the roadmap of the AFCON 2025, which will be a 35th edition of AFCON. It will be held in Morocco from 21st December to 2025 to 18th January 2026. Of course, we are asking you, are we going to participate in Morocco? Are we going to participate in this tournament in Morocco? So that is our question today. And then the ongoing qualifiers will determine the 24 teams that will participate in the tournament. I'll just take you through the results across Africa on different teams. Let's start with Sierra Leone and Chad. Of course, it was 0-0. DRC Congo and then Guinea. DRC Congo won that match. Togo and Liberia, it was 1-1. That is 1-1. It ended 1-1. Talk about South Africa and Uganda. Uganda did very well, like holding South Africa 2-2, and Uganda, they were away. Mali, Mozambique, of course, it ended 1-1. Egypt beating Cape Verde 3-0. Next one, let's go to Morocco. Of course, Morocco are sending a message, beating Gabon 4-1, telling you that when you come to Morocco, of course, this cup will remain here. So that is a strong message sending to African teams. Ivory Coast, of course, the reigning champions, beating Zambia. That is 2-0. And then Senegal and Burkina Faso going for a draw. Hey, I thought Senegal will win that match anyway. Malawi being beaten by Burundi away. Guinea-Bissau, Eswatini, of course, Guinea-Bissau won that match 1-0. Central Africa and Lesotho, of course, Central Africa won that match 3-1. Again, looking at Congo and South Sudan, of course, Congo won that match 1-0. Ghana and Angola. Ghana being at home for 24 years, they were beaten. For the 24 years, they've never been beaten at home. But again, Angola broke that record by beating Ghana at home. Of course, mafanzo walifanya ile kitu. They were very mad. Tunisia, Madagascar, of course, Tunisia won that game. And then next one, Algeria and Equatorial Guinea. Of course, Algeria won that game 2-1. Sudan and Niger 2-0. Sudan and Niger, of course, Sudan won that match. Cameroon, Comoros and the Gambia, of course, it ended draw 1-1. And then Libya, Rwanda, of course, it ended a draw again 1-1. Tanzania holding Ethiopia 2-0. Of course, Tanzania were home. Mauritania and Botswana, of course, Mauritania won that match against Botswana. That is 1-0. And then Nigeria, Benin. Nigeria was sending, Osimhen, I think he was sending a very strong message to tell you guys that sina team lakini saizi unaona kitu nafanya. Of course, he signed to the Galatasaray recently. Of course, beating Benin 3-0. And then here is where the Group J is. Kenya and Zimbabwe. Of course, the game ended 0-0, 0-0. And then Cameroon and Namibia. Of course, Cameroon won that game 1-0. And this is where the conversation comes in, whereby, of course, Cameroon are topping the table with 3 points, followed by Kenya and Zimbabwe with 1-1. And these games will be played tomorrow, East African time. That will be 7 p.m. Here, and then let's look at some of the venues that the AFCON 2025 will be hosted. Mohammed VI Stadium, of course, it has 45,891 seaters. Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, of course, 50,000 seaters. Albion Stadium, 65 seaters. And then at the other stadium, because we have 6 of them, Adral, of course, Stadium, 45,480 seaters. Marrakesh Stadium, 41,356 seaters. And then Sports Complex Stadium, Fez, of course, 45,000 seaters. Those are the stadiums that will be hosting the 2025 AFCON matches. And not forgetting, I'm still reminding you that Kenya will be playing against Namibia tomorrow at 7 p.m. Again, Cameroon will be playing against Zimbabwe at 7 p.m. same time, East African time. And again, we want, of course, the Zimbabwe to hold us Cameroon, so that for us to beat Zimbabwe will be in a very good place. Back to you, Sila.
Thank you, Zita. That's prayers you're making, but we must